Yo, what is going on, everyone? I'm Steve from Burke Family 54 Comics. Welcome to another live stream. In today's live stream, we're going to be hanging out and reviewing TMNT Mutant Mayhem. Before we do that, though, let's set the intro. If I can find it. There it is. Okay, hope everyone is doing well. Before getting any further, I do want to say thank you to Comic Book _ Pressing for sponsoring the channel. If you guys ever need any books pressed, consider Eric, Comic Book _ Pressing on Instagram. Also, make sure you guys check out the 616comics.com. They sponsor the channel. They have amazing exclusive variants. Make sure you guys check out their website, the 616comics.com. Also, if you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel, consider StreamYard. There's an affiliate link below. I'd love it if you guys join StreamYard if you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel. And if you're thinking about submitting books to CDC, go ahead and hit up my affiliate link below. It costs you the same. I just get a little kickback. Okay, so I went to see TMNT Mutant Mayhem today with my wife, my daughter, and a friend of ours and their family, and it was a great time. Now, I will say this. I had sky-high expectations. Number one, because I'm a TMNT fan. Like, I grew up before Power Rangers was my world. Before that was Ninja Turtles. In fact, I had like back in the day, like those like fat head stickers on the wall. They were like a couple feet high. I had all of the Ninja Turtles on my wall. I had Ninja Turtle wallpaper. I had or border, I should say, at the top. I had a TMNT light switch cover. I had the bedspread. I had everything. I was huge into the Ninja Turtles as a kid because of the animated show and then also the movie as well. So I was a really big Ninja Turtles fan before I became a big Power Rangers fan. And the new Ninja Turtles movie was getting like 95% review from Rotten Tomatoes and the audience. And so I had like super sky high expectations. So this is going to be spoiler free, but I will say this. I thought it was a very good movie. Did I think it was great? No. I thought it was very good. I've seen some reviews saying it was the best animated film of the year. I would not agree with that. I still think Across the Spider-Verse was better. Having said that, I did think the movie was very good. It's hard for me to love the new movie as much as the original because as a kid, I saw it. I've seen it a million times. It still holds up well. And my daughter saw the new movie and she goes, "Why wasn't this rated 100, which is 100%?" I'm like, "I don't know. Do you think it should be 100%?" She goes, "I don't know. Probably." And so like for her, like, and she saw the new Space Jam movie, like she thought both were amazing. And for me, seeing both original movies, like it's hard for me to compare. But I have to look at the movie by itself. It's hard. Like, I really can't compare it to the original. So looking at it by itself, I thought it was a really good movie. I thought it was really, really, really good. I did have some stomach issues, so I had to leave a couple times. So that I feel like affected how I felt about the movie. But it was pretty funny. There was a lot of one-off one-liners. I was not laughing as much as I did when I was watching The Flash, which I didn't have anything for that to compare to other than a TV show. And I knew it was going to be different. I knew the tone was going to be different. But I was laughing my butt off when I watched The Flash. And while I did laugh a lot during this movie, it was more like snickers here and there versus like literally laughing out loud. There were a few things that were pretty good. I really did like that the Ninja Turtles are actually teenagers and that like they did change a lot for the movie. I'm not going to say what, but they did change quite a bit. And I'm fine with it. Like every story can be different. Like even if you ask Kevin Eastman, one of the co-creators of Ninja Turtles, like he's fine with them changing the Ninja Turtles because everyone can have their own view and idea of the Ninja Turtles. And I was fine with it. The jokes, like I said, there were a lot of like one-liners or one-off things. And almost felt like it was kind of like a Seth Rogen, like he thought this was funny. He's putting it in a movie, you know? He thought this was funny, putting it in a movie. which some of those didn't really hit, and it did feel like a lot of this was, you could definitely tell it was like a Seth Rogen type feel to it. But the Ninja Turtle voice actors, the actual teenagers that played them, I thought they were great. I thought they were funny. And they, like I said, they change a lot of like how certain characters like reacted to certain things. And surprisingly, like I've always been a Raphael fan, and before that, I loved Michelangelo. Those are my two favorites by far. And after watching this movie, I thought Leonardo was actually my favorite character of all the Ninja Turtles. Like I loved what they did with him. He was pretty relatable. I thought Splinter was fantastic. Like I really, really, really thought he was great. I thought he was funny. I thought he was. I thought Jackie Chan did a phenomenal job. Phenomenal job with him. Relatable as well for me as a dad for him. I thought that was great. It was a good movie. I did think it was pretty bold of them, very bold for them to not use Shredder as the main antagonist in the movie. That was pretty bold, to go with Superfly as the antagonist. Now, I thought Ice Cube did a great job as Superfly. I wasn't a huge fan of all the other, and this is not spoiler at all. Like we all know that there was going to be a ton of other like mutants in the movie. Like I wasn't a huge fan of all of that. I know that they've done a bunch of that stuff with the current IDW series. I'm not huge into that. In fact, I felt like they did a little too much. But overall, I thought it was good, and it was a good story as well in terms of from the beginning to end, like how do I say this without like spoiling anything? Like they did a good job of building them up. And this movie is a true origin story, which I thought was great. Like it was fun to watch. Since it's an origin, obviously, that you're gonna see the beginning, right? Like it was fun to see that. It was fun to see the beginning of it. I didn't like how dark the movie was, like in terms of like the color. Like I know that a lot of their stuff is going to be at night. They can't be out during the day all the time. So I get that. But I don't know. It felt like it was a little too dark at times in terms of the color. I did watch it in 3D, and I thought it looked cool. I would like to see it in 2D though, because I feel like watching it in 3D kind of affected like how I viewed and saw some of the action sequences. Also, I feel like my movie theater always does this. Like they need to turn up the volume on the movies. Like I could still hear everything, but if they would have turned it up just a couple more clicks, I feel like everyone else could have heard things a little bit better. There were certain things that some of the turtles said that weren't super loud that I felt like would have been a little bit funnier had people been able to hear it a little bit better. So that's not really the movie's fault. That's more like the mixing or whatever. I don't know. I thought it was good. I thought it was really good. As a standalone movie without comparing it to any of the other Ninja Turtles, I definitely give it an A. Like individually, definitely give it an A. I would have liked to seen someone other than Seth Rogen write the script. I know he's a big Ninja Turtles fan, and he has been his whole life. I hope someone else does a second one, because it's already been greenlit that they're making a second film. So like that's not spoilery at all. Like that's already been greenlit. I thought it was fun. I thought it was a fun flick. What's up, Phil? How's it going, man? Flo. Yes, you do. In fact, I saw a lot of girls there, and which was cool to see. Like there was a ton of girls there, which I would have thought I would see more boys. But I thought it was cool, and I had the friends that we went with. They went to see Barbie as well, and they said this movie was better than Barbie, which I was kind of shocked to hear. But like again, for me, as someone who had sky high expectations, anything that wasn't an A plus was going to be a little bit of a letdown. Because I don't know if you guys have noticed, I've been posting like 3 times a day in the last couple of days because I was so excited to see the movie. And I wish I didn't have stomach issues. Like I wish I could have just sat and watched the whole movie from beginning to end. I do feel like that definitely affected how I felt about the movie because I didn't get to see certain parts. but I still thought it was a great movie. Standalone movie. If you didn't watch any of the other ones, you think this movie's great. You would definitely love it. Warlord, what's up, dude? Oh yeah, they saved a lot of stuff for the sequels for sure. They saved a lot of stuff for that. Nicholas, what's up, dude? Wish I'd seen it with my brother-in-law. Yeah. Oh yeah. Cobb. Yeah. I also liked all the stuff they have at the movie theaters. Like I put it in my short, but they have like the drinks and like the popcorn holders that are all Ninja Turtles, which is pretty cool. And if you go to Walmart, Ninja Turtle stuff everywhere, like toys, food, everything you think of, Ninja Turtles everywhere. They're promoting the crap out of this film. I saw projections for this film to be in a 35 to 45 million range for the opening 5 days. I hope it does better than that. I hope it does, 60 million, and I hope it does, 150, 200 million overall. I'm not sure it's going to get there, but I hope so. There was a lot of funny, like little. Okay, so like I said earlier, it did feel like there was a lot of Seth Rogen like one-liners thrown in there, but a lot of them were funny. Some of them were really funny. I didn't have any I didn't really hear anything like political that should make it not being seen in other countries, which is good because I know like China or North Korea or Saudi Arabia. I know a lot of those countries have been banning a lot of American films. I don't see that being an issue for this film. I think it should be fine. I have no idea where it's playing and where it's not playing, but I didn't see anything wrong with this film in terms of political or wokeness, whatever you want to call it. I thought it was fun. I would have liked to have seen. Okay, how do I say this? Some of the voice actors got more time than others. In fact, there was a big name, like a really big name, that wasn't really on screen like very much at all, which I thought was interesting considering how big of a name he is. So, so the animation. I talked about the color being a little bit too dark. I thought the animation was fine. Like I watched it in 3D. And stuff was moving fine outside of the action sequences. Like they're all layered on top of each other. Like that, I had a little bit of problem with. But overall, like I thought the animation was great, and I liked how like they're playing off the fact that it looks very similar to the Miles Morales movies. Like it definitely looks kind of comic booky, but not necessarily all the way comic booky. They also made some references to some other pop culture things. Which was interesting. Like I did not expect to see some of that. And you'll see it within the first 15, 20 minutes. You'll understand what I'm talking about. Overall, I like the movie. I like the movie. I like the Turtles. I feel like since this is kind of an origin story, I do feel like throughout the movies, if they make a third one as well, I feel like we will get to see more of the Turtles being not as goofy and more serious and more like they are in the comic books or the original movie, in terms of the styles of how certain characters act, because it did feel like all 4 of them were very similar in terms of being funny and blah blah blah, and like that's what they're supposed to be for kids. Like this is definitely a kids film. Like I don't think I think I heard hell one time, like a couple times, like what the hell. But outside of that, like I think I heard pissed off as well, but like I think those were the 2 worst things I heard, which is great because I mean the movie's rated PG anyways, so it's supposed to be for kids, and so I thought that was great. I thought that was fine. What up, Comics Addicts? How's it going? Talking about the new Ninja Turtles movie, spoiler free. I enjoyed it. Walking out, I was like, man, I kind of want to watch the whole thing right now in 2D, because like I said, I watched it in 3D, and I don't know, I feel like it affected my viewing experience as well with different things moving around. Like it was fine, but like I don't know, I definitely prefer 2D to 3D, but they didn't have 2D in like the recliners. They only had it in like the regular chairs, and we're just not about that. We definitely like the recliners, so we watched it there. It was pretty expensive, like 3 tickets. It was like $40. So, Beckerman, what's going on, man? I know my good friend Mike V wants to see the movie this weekend, so maybe we'll go see it on Saturday night. That'd be a fun time. Hopefully, we can see it in 2D, and I can get an extra look at the movie. I enjoyed it. It's just, like I said, it's hard for me to compare it from a nostalgia perspective going to see it as a kid. It's hard to beat things that you experience for the first time as a kid. Like, things are like, nothing's going to beat the 1995 Power Rangers movie. Nothing's going to beat the original Ninja Turtles movie. Nothing's going to beat, the originals. It's hard to beat those. But if you're looking at this new film standalone on its own, my daughter's never seen any of the other ones. She thought this movie was phenomenal. My wife said it's one of the only like animated movies she's ever seen that kept her attention throughout. She thought it was great. And so, like, to hear that from them, I was like, okay, actually, yeah. Thinking back on it, this is actually a really good movie. I just wish someone else wrote this. I wish someone else had written this one, and I hope someone else writes the second one because it did feel very Seth Rogen-y for sure. Took a break from Guess That Key to say hi. Appreciate that. I'm going to end my live here pretty soon. I know people got a lot going on, and I got to get back to work tomorrow, so I got to go to sleep here soon. Just wanted to jump on since I watched the movie tonight with my family, and I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it, and I'm probably going to go get some action figures because of it, and definitely going to see it a second time, and we'll probably buy it when it comes out. And it was good. It was good. It's just, like I said, it's hard to beat the original, but I can't keep looking at it like that. I got to look at it on its own. And I was texting the Panda today. He's like, they did change a lot, and I don't have a problem with it. Like them changing it for this movie, I just wish they hadn't have changed it. Because he likes the way it was originally done. And a lot of the things that they changed, I had no problem with, but I understand the nostalgia feeling like, man, this is how they did it. Why are they changing it? You know what I mean? Like, this is how we did it. Why are you changing it? But every generation is different. Every iteration's got to be different, because they can't keep making the same Ninja Turtles movies where they're super dark and, keep having animatronics and all that. Like, they can't keep doing that. Like, at some point people aren't going to like it. You got to keep up with the Joneses, and it kind of did in terms of certain things that they said. They definitely felt like, okay, yeah, this is definitely for the newer generation. So overall, I'm going to give this movie an 8 out of 10. Probably would have been higher if I had not left so much. And if I would have watched it in 2D, I probably would give it a 9 out of 10 if I watched it in 2D and didn't have to leave. I thought it was good. I felt like the music could have been a little bit better here and there. There were definitely some callbacks here and there, a couple Easter eggs here and there to some other films, but overall, it was good. It was a good movie. Everyone should definitely go see it. For Ninja Turtles fan, comic book fan, movie fan, definitely go see TMNT Mutant Mayhem. Again, I'm Steve from Burke Family 54 Comics. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know in the comments section if you're watching it on the rewind what you guys thought of the movie. If you're planning to see it, all that and more. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. And as always, go Cats.
Cowabunga. It's morphin' time.